What's up, everybody? Welcome to Touched by an Angel, where we meet ordinary people and have ordinary conversations that transform their lives. Let's see what God does. What's up, young fella? I am doing well, man. And just so the people know, I just met you 5 seconds ago and you agreed to do this interview, correct?
Yeah.
Excellent. So I ain't gonna waste your time. Listen, life is challenging for everybody. Inflation is through the roof. People are struggling more than ever. They say the middle class between 100 and 250,000, they're living off of less than $1,000 savings in the bank and off a $15,000 credit card. So again, we know it's super duper difficult out here in the world. But when you look at your life individually, what's preventing you? Fill in this blank for me. If I could only add this to my life would be excellent. Or if I could remove this from my life would be excellent. Choose one and fill in the blank. If you could add something to your life will be excellent. Or if you could remove something out of your life will be excellent.
Say if I can remove something, it would be me getting my own way.
Okay, so explain that a little bit to me more. You said you will remove you getting your own way. Expound on that. What do you mean exactly?
My grandmother made a great statement when I was a kid. She always said it, and then I didn't get it until I got into my late 20s, early 30s. Nothing can happen to you unless you allow it.
Ooh, your grandma's very wise, yes.
You can't, forgive me for saying it in this manner. A lot of people may be offended, but I don't mean it intentionally. Get that correct. You can't even let rape happen if you don't allow it. You can't let sorrow, pity, remorse if you don't allow it.
This man preaching, he's saying something significant. He's preaching.
Like, I work, but I'm homeless. So when people see it, they're like, yo, bro, how you out here? But I seen you downtown, or I seen you up Northeast, or I seen you out Delaware. Bro, you move around a lot. You always got a job. That's the court. That's not me. But when it comes to the house, I ain't gonna lie, I pay my bills. I just have extra company. And the neck is me always going up.
I got you. Well, let me touch on something you said significant, very significant. You basically said nothing can happen to you unless you allow it. So in other words, if we look at our plight as a people, so many people saying, how dare you enslave us, going back hundreds of years, how dare you enslave us? But many don't say that we as a people need to look in the mirror and say, how could we have allowed ourselves to be enslaved? So the great advice your grandma gave you is this: all of the answers to life problems are in the mirror. This thing is about personal accountability, because you create your own life and nothing can happen to you that you don't allow. Is that similar to what your grandma was saying to you?
Actually, it's right on point.
Right on point. So here's the thing. So now you already know this. Once you know, then you're responsible, right? So you was getting all this knowledge, getting all this wisdom from grandma, and now you're being held responsible from it in the world. So as far as your responsibility about you being your best self, because here's the hard truth. When we're our best self, everybody wins. But when we're not our best self, everybody loses, including us. So what's in your way from you? Because we already know this is about a personal accountability game. What's in your way from you being your best possible self?
I'll be 100% honest. Me personally, I like to party.
He likes to party.
I'm no longer younger. I'm no longer in that season, as they would say. But I just can't get out of it either.
Can I tell you something deeper that I'm feeling?
Yeah.
Yes, you like to party. That's the covers that you pull over you on the bed, but the mattress is a little deeper. The truth is, yeah, you like to party, but the truth is, you don't like the very thing that your grandma raised you up on. You are dodging accountability in certain areas in your life, the very thing that you were raised on. And partying is just an outlet, it's just a methodology that you use to dodge accountability. That's what God sent me here. Listen, this is what God sent me here today to tell you. The universe that he created to govern us all is undefeated, and it keeps a perfect score. You can't cheat the game, so stop trying to cheat it. Because that same energy you using to dip and dodge and get around accountability, right, is the same energy you need to get to the next level. So basically what I'm telling you is the very thing that you're avoiding, that very challenge that you don't want to take on, is the very thing that God is sending you to take you to where you want to be. So the very thing that you dodging because you don't want to be accountable for it, that your grandma totally did a fantastic job of outlining the foundation, you're tiptoeing around it or playing double dutch, one foot in, one foot out. God is basically saying, look, come all the way into this and I'm going to give you everything that your heart's desire. How that sound? Am I touching on something? Am I touching on something there?
I think you read my book and I ain't even get to my last page, so that's that's something new for me.
So here's the steps you got to take. You got to first align your words, thoughts, and actions up with your truth. Because I noticed you said a lot of stuff and you played with them words. Hey, I like to party. You know, hey, people, I pay my bills, but I don't. You're a serious person and you got away from it. For some reason, you got excellence in you, but you got away from it. And when you got away from it, you realize, wow, this is easier over here. I don't have to be as accountable over here. And I can dip and dodge a little bit.
Easy.
Okay, easier.
I adapted to it and got comfortable. I didn't get stuck, but I did allow myself to be comfortable.
And I commend you on not getting stuck. Because, and I'm going to tell you what, you're an honest man. You're an honest man.
Yeah.
And just no reason to lie. And that's one part of that accountability thing. The other part is taking on those challenges. And you know why? Because the only way we can grow is by being challenging. By being challenged. And that's where I get to the point where I say the very thing that God is sending you to take you to where you want to be is the very thing you're avoiding. You don't want to face the difficulty of it. So are you willing to commit? And again, it's not going to happen all in one day. What's the best way to eat an elephant? One small piece at a time. So you got to take just one small step. Don't worry about finishing the whole race. Just finish on getting to the next part of the race. So what's going to get you to the next part of the race is changing your mind. Because when you change your mind, you change your life. You got to take firmer control over your mind. You've been surrounding yourself with people that's not vibrating on the same energy with you, and you've been vibrating with them when you're supposed to be taking them higher. You're a leader, young fella, and I know I'm not the first person to tell you that, am I?
No.
Exactly, because it's exuberant out of your pores. You feel me? So are you going to increase your desire? All it takes is increased desire and a focus on what you want. And when you take that first step, then God will make the provisions. He already been trying to make the provisions for you already. You feel me?
Yes.
All right. So if I ask you this, do you feel better right now after this interview than you did before we had this interview? What would you say?
Yes, I do.
Absolutely. So when somebody say, well, how did your posture get so upright? How you glowing now when 10 minutes ago you wasn't glowing? This you tell them. Tell them I just been touched by an angel. You know what I mean? That's what's up. And listen, you also can be touched by an angel because I go around the whole city, around the world, different cities, and I meet strangers, ordinary people. We just had an ordinary conversation that elevated his life. I also want to elevate your life. Look at what God did. Y'all out there, thank you so much. You be great. More importantly, be blessed. Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
Love you, bro. Keep out here doing.
One big favor.
Uh-huh.
Keep doing what you do.